Welcome to a special edition for Mr. Travel On. Yes, I'm back in my hometown of Birmingham and it's confession time. I am going to tell you all the naughty things I used to get up to. Yes, I now have the face of an angel. I am teetotal. I'm no more partying from me. But back in the day, I was a little bit of a rebel and a naughty boy. And this is my old stomping ground. Now we're going to kick off behind me at Spearmint Rhino. Yes. It's one of them naughty clubs with naughty ladies. Not only did I used to frequent there, but I used to go there that much that I ended up getting a job there. I'll tell you about it as I walk down this way. We're going to hit Broad Street, we're going to hit Birmingham. I'm going to show you all the places that Mr. Travel On used to be a naughty boy. Don't worry, Mrs. Travel On, it doesn't open till 9 PM, so you're very safe. Mr. Travel On is not going in. However, my glasses are steaming up, and if I wore glasses back in the day, they certainly would steam up in there. Come on, let's go. So it's cold, it's bleak, and it's raining. And I'm sort of at the top end of Broad Street. Now there is a metro that wasn't here when I lived there. And I can see it just ahead. I might see if I can jump on that. And it might get me to the destinations that I want to get to quicker than walking. Let's see. So here I am, I'm very excited, I'm on the metro. Now this wasn't around when I lived here and it was £3 and I can jump on and off. It's going to take me all the way in to New Street, which is where I'm going to get the train and back home. But it gets me out the rain so I can show you out the window all the places that I used to misbehave in. We're probably going to get off at Brindleyplace and have a little look around there and the canals, because the canals are beautiful, and then hop back on and go. Let's go on an adventure and a trip down memory lane with Mr. Travel On. And I'll tell you some naughty stories, if I can remember them. So here we go, welcome to Broad Street. I'll tell you what, there has been many a drunken evening down here. Players there, it used to be called the Sports Bar, I do believe, and it was really good. So I remember this hotel, I don't think it was called the Leonard Royal Hotel. Let me know in the comments, was this the Ritz Hotel or have I completely got that wrong? But I do remember that they used to leave them luggage carriages out here and we used to steal them. On a Saturday evening, you could catch myself and my good friend Carl skating down here on the big luggage carriers. You know, the big gold ones, holding on for dear life. I swear to God, I don't know how I'm still alive because that hill brings you right out on a main road. But back in the day, we didn't care less. It was a bit of fun. I can see they've moved them, otherwise I'd have had a go, just for old time's sake. So you've now got a Coyote Ugly and Rosie's Comedy Club there. I'm pretty sure there was a place called Rosie's back in the day. Do you know what? I don't remember. That's how drunk I used to get. But Coyotes looks lots of fun. Now I'm probably going to get a lot of the names wrong, so anybody that grew up in Birmingham and can correct me, by all means, let me know in the comments. But one place that hasn't changed the name is Walkabout. This has been here since I was a young lad. So there you go, Walkabout. It opened back in my heyday. I didn't tend to go in there much. It looks like now it could be more of a sort of food and drink place. But it was always fun down here. Well, this is a blast from the past. This place is called Lloyd's Bar and it was cheap back in the day and now it's a Wetherspoons, so it's probably still cheap. I tell you what, this is where we used to start. We'd come straight down here and go straight into Lloyd's Bar. Wow. I can tell you back in the day, they didn't serve toast and coffee for $3.99. It was only double shots of Jack Daniels, a bottle of Budweiser and whatever else we could get down our necks. I tell you what, I was a naughty boy. But Broad Street is right by the canals. So let me take you down by the canals because it's lovely down in that area. Here we go, Black Sabbath Bridge look, and you can get a beautiful view of the canals. We're gonna head down there. Another place we used to meet and a little bit more upmarket was the Brass House and down in this area. So back in the day when I was courting, this would be the area you would meet a young lady. I never used to do dates. Now, Mrs. Travel On will tell you this. I never ever took her on a date and I still don't. I never used to do dates. I used to just say, I'm out with the boys. If you want to meet, let's meet here. And I'd only meet here because it was a little bit low key and easy access to run off if she did my head in. But here we go, look, you've got the box. This was around and it is Christmas, look, so there's lots of Christmas parties going on. That place is rammed. I don't know what's going on in there. Must be some kind of corporate event. But it's still kicking off now. It's only bloody 12 o'clock. I had many a drunken night in the box, trying to get into the box. But there you go. No more on that. Slug and lettuce now just down here, and all bar one as well. And then down here, look, leads you right down to the canal. Again, I do question my ability to walk as I'm walking down these stairs now, completely sober and teetotal. How the hell did I do this when I was drunk? And it leads you right into the sort of Brindleyplace area and right into the canal. Do you know what? I look back on my life sometimes and I wonder how the hell I am still here. But I'm going to head in that direction because I think it'll take me all the way to the Mailbox, which is another place which was a little bit posh, but, well, we sometimes frequented. Let's go. So I was going to hop back on the metro. I basically spent £3 for nothing because I'm going to walk there now. I might pop back on it a little bit later on. Let's see where it takes us. I'm just through this tunnel, look, and I'm going to show you the canal boats. Who fancies living or going on a canal boat? I might do that one day. Here we go, look. The Birmingham canal boat coming through the tunnel. Wow. I fancy living on that. Tony Mac. Hello, mate. How are you? You all right? Yeah. Wow, look at that. Now, I've said in a lot of my videos I fancy getting a camper van, but a narrow boat, well, that's a different story. I reckon I'd love that. What about you? Do you fancy living on one? I think you can actually get a ride on them. I'll have a look. Maybe if I find one, I'll jump on it. But this place is absolutely stunning, look. If you want to come down here, you've got loads of like traditional bars. Just beautiful. I can imagine in the summer when it's not peeing down with rain and not freezing cold, you could find some amazing places. Oh wow, look at this. Look at this. Little doggy on the narrow boat. Absolutely gorgeous. What a place. Hello, you all right? Oh, bless him. Look at him. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. What a life. So here we go. We've arrived in a beautiful area there. You've got the Sea Life Centre over there, the Malt House, and this is Brindley Cruises. Now, this is the cruise. It goes at 12:30. Now, it's a minimum of 4 people, but price-wise, £6.50 for adults, £4.50 for kids. The guy's just told me that unless 3 other people turn up, then he's not going. But I can pay for 4 people, I think, but he just said he might have a leak. I said that'll make for a good video. So we'll see, we'll see. If not, we're going to head back in that direction and this won't be another video. So this certainly is the more pleasant part of Birmingham because it's kept its traditions. Look at it, you wouldn't imagine that you're in Birmingham city centre, would you? It's just such a family place. You've got a Legoland over there. You've got the Sea Life Centre. It's just gorgeous. And what amazing views and lovely little bar areas. It actually makes me feel quite proud to be from Birmingham when you come to this area compared to some of the other areas which have completely lost their traditions and just doesn't seem like it's Birmingham at all. Right, cancel that. We ain't going on the narrow boat. It was a minimum of 4 people. And me being the tightest man on the internet, I said, well, do you know what? It's only £6.50. I'll pay for 4 people. But he had a technical problem. I just think he couldn't be asked to go, if I'm honest with you. There is another one at 2. I may go back, I may not. But we're going to head back in this direction. I'm going to show you the Mailbox and show you what's going on around there. Right then, this is where we left off, look. And look at this beautiful bar here. Absolutely gorgeous, look. Old traditions. It is beautiful down here. Now, I was just chatting to the lady on the longboat that pointed me in the direction of the one that you can hire, the one with the dog, and she told me that she's waiting on a party, Christmas party. So there's revellers coming down today on a Friday afternoon for their Christmas party, and they're going to jump on the boat and get absolutely legless. Welcome to the Mailbox in Birmingham, just off the canal. A few love locks here, look, just like the Lanzarote love locks. People are doing it here as well. What do you think? I think it looks awful, but then again, I think the ones in Lanzarote look awful as well. But some stunning views here, look. Really nice apartments, very expensive. And Mailbox, when I lived here, was quite a new place. It's been here for a long time now. And it was a place to be. It was the place to be. Let's go and have a look. we did used to come through this way to check out the posh girls. Indeed. So we'd walk through this area in order to get to the cheap places down there. So here was definitely a different class of lady. And I mean, one of the reasons I left England and Birmingham was to hook up with, you know, some posh senorita, some posh Spanish lady or Greek lady, wherever I laid my hat. And strangely enough, I ended up with Mrs. TravelOn from Coventry. She'll kill me for this, won't she? But, well, you know, I think I ended up with the best. What do you reckon? Did I win? I think so. A lot of you tell me I'm punching. Well, I tend to agree with you. So at the top of here, I didn't know this place is the BBC Birmingham. There you go. The BBC. Corruption in its glory, right there for you. I'm certainly not a fan of the BBC. And I think if I still lived in England, I certainly wouldn't be paying my licence fee. Let me know in the comments. Are you paying yours? In fact, don't. They might see it and come knocking on the door. But I definitely wouldn't be paying. Right, we're getting inside. It's warmer. Here we go. So we're inside now, look. So again, it's all food and drink. I've said this so many times. Everywhere is food and drink. There are so many restaurants. It seems to be everywhere you go. Harvey Nichols, look, where the rich will shop. Up to 50% off. I might go and have a look. You know for a fact Mr. TravelOn, he's not going to buy anything in Harvey Nichols, but if I see a 50% sign off, maybe I'll get myself a deal. Bloody hell, check this place out. Proper designer. Jesus Christ, this is posh. Too posh for me, this place, so I'm going to head this way and out into the Birmingham city centre. I just find shops like that real sterile. There was just no atmosphere at all, and it just makes me wonder, are the people that are spending there just sew up their own arses? Do you know what I mean? It's like the shop assistants are just, hello, how can I help? I mean, I don't think I'd want to live like that. You know, you always think the grass is greener on the other side. I'd love to be loaded and rich enough to go in there and spunk a load of money on a £2,000 handbag or whatever. Do you know what? I think if I even made that sort of money, which one day, you never know, I might. Make sure to like, follow and subscribe. I don't think I'd be in there. I don't think I'd be in there. Just pretentious nonsense. Like a lot of the places around here. But that's what the Mailbox is all about. Hence why Mr. TravelOn only used to go through to see if he could find himself a rich lady. He never actually did. So out of the Mailbox brings you into the hustle and bustle of Birmingham, look. So you'll always recognise the Mailbox because it's painted red. And in fact, this is the first Valentine's that I actually spent with Mrs. TravelOn. Indeed, when I met her in Tenerife and we hooked back up in Birmingham, I invited her down and I surprised her for a night in the Mailbox. And I took her just to this restaurant here for a Valentine's meal. Needless to say, it was an absolute disaster. First of all, the food was awful. Second of all, it took ages. I even wrote a letter of complaint. That's how long ago it was, when you used to write a letter of complaint. You didn't send an email. So it was a disastrous first Valentine's for me and Mrs. TravelOn. I do wonder sometimes why she hung around. Anyway, I'm going to take you down this way because there's a few places down here where I did misbehave. Come on. So I'm here in the not so posh end of Birmingham, look. And that up there is the Radisson Blu Hotel. It looks super posh. And, well, this video is all about all the naughty stuff I used to get up to, of course, when I used to drink alcohol. Now I'm teetotal for many, many years. It's all about the water. And look what I've just found. This is apparently the poshest water that money can buy. You know I love a posh water, and I've never tried this, so let's get into it. $1.99. I couldn't resist. Wow. As water goes, that is absolutely beautiful. Posh water. I wish they sold it where I live. Now this area here is bringing back some serious memories. Let me show you. Behind me is now called Scarlett's and it looks like it's closed down. This was my favourite bar ever, and if you grew up in the Birmingham area, it was called the White Lion. It's still got crazy people around here, hasn't it? But this place was the place to be. We used to be here Thursday, Friday and Saturday. And I'll tell you a story about why we stopped coming here. But opposite was the Dome Nightclub. Let me show you this. So Thursday night was cheap night. And yes, I had work the next day. But we'd start off there and get absolutely legless and then head over, just over the road, to the Dome nightclub. Who remembers the Dome nightclub? £1 a pint on a Thursday. Wow, that is bringing back memories. What a shame it's closed down. So this whole area was buzzing back in the day. And the White Lion, well, God, we were so known in there as a group of friends that used to drink in there literally all the time. The amount of money we used to spend in there was crazy. But one day it all kicked off. Now, you know me, I'm not a football fan, never really been into football. But in Birmingham, back in them days, was a lot of football violence. And there was obviously a gang or a couple of gangs of football hooligans. Now, I'm not sure what happened, but one night the Zulus came in the White Lion and literally ripped the place apart. There were police everywhere, like literally ripped the whole place apart. It just exploded out of the blue. And I think what they were doing was taking over the bar in them days. It was, this is our bar, we're gonna take it over. And I remember it so well. There were people getting smashed up, smacked up, there was blood everywhere. And it must have been something organised between the doormen. You know, back in them days, it was all about the gangs and the gangsters, wasn't it? And I was trying to get away and nearly got attacked, but one of the doormen said, leave him alone, he's all right. I tell you what, sometimes I do wonder if somebody was looking down on me and protecting me, because I got away with it in the end, but I never went back. It turned into a place where you just didn't want to be. And now look at it, it's gone. Now, if you were ever on the lash in Birmingham city centre around this area, you would be in here for Caspian's, kebab meat chips and special Caspian sauce. They say they've moved around the corner. We'll see if we can find them. So I am heading down in this area where the old Ritzy used to be. Then it turned into something else. And then there was a couple of bars down here, which I'll show you, and the famous Mr. Egg. But apparently Caspian's is round here as well. It's rough as hell round here. I'll tell you what, if my mother is watching this video, she'll be going, get away. It's a good job I'm big, bold and ugly enough to look after myself these days, isn't it? In saying that, I don't really feel safe. But look at it. What an absolute hole. What an absolute hole, this whole area. And it's right next to the ballroom, which is just ahead of us. So hopefully they're going to do this place up. Now, just on the corner there was a big nightclub that was of 3 levels, and I forget the name of it. Like I said, if anybody grew up here, I was so drunk I don't remember. It's now called Snobs, I think. So this whole area had some massive clubs and party pubs. Now that one's a Greek and tapas restaurant, and this is Ming Moon's. It's actually a massive Chinese buffet. You know I love a Chinese buffet. I've been here a couple of times. It's top drawer. But all the party places have closed. So it does actually make me wonder, the new generation, are they X, Y, Z? I don't know what letter they call us. I don't even know what I am. Am I a millennial? I have no idea. I'm 46, 47 years old. I don't even know how old I am. But I think the new generation just doesn't really want that. Maybe they've been brought up differently. Maybe it's just something that they don't want. Because all bars, all fun pubs, clubs and stuff, they just seem to be derelict. And everything just seems to be about going out for a little bite to eat, a couple of glasses of wine, and they seem to be content, back to Netflix and back to their phones. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Do you think that they're missing out? Well, like I've said throughout this video, I don't know how I'm still here. Some of the naughty and dangerous things that I got up to as a youth, and I know some of you that are watching, looking back and thinking, how the hell did we get away with it? But we're still here, aren't we? We got through it and we bloody loved it. And we've got some memories that, whether they're good memories or bad memories, they are memories. You know, you've got some stories to tell. I certainly have anyway. Anyway, I've got to show you a place that's close to my heart and is no longer there. Well, when I say it's no longer here, it's still called Mr. Egg, but it's a Chinese restaurant. It seems to be a chicken place, look, where you can get a chicken burger. I don't know where the eggs are, but it's Mr. Egg. This place was an icon in Birmingham. After a night out, egg and chips. Egg and chips. The place was rammed, and you just wonder, who the hell thought it would be a good idea to open an egg and chip shop in the middle of Birmingham where all the bars are? Seemed to work though. Now it's a Chinese restaurant. At least they kept the name Mr. Egg. Welcome to the Arcadian Centre in Birmingham. Again, another place where you used to be partying the night away and getting drunk as a skunk. Now, Again, seems to be more restaurants, but I'll take you and show you anyway. So this is quite close to sort of the Chinese quarters. So you've got a big Chinese hot pot place there. And a few bars down here. There used to be all different sort of bars, but you've got one here called Murumluk, that's still going, bar and nightclub. So I think on the night time this could be quite a busy place. Sober. One thing that Mr. TravelOn was never was sober, or sober indeed. And that just sums up the new generation. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. A little look into the naughty days of Mr. TravelOn before it was just posh water. So much has changed in the Birmingham area, and so much has changed with people in general. It seems to be all about restaurants, eating and drinking. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Is going for something to eat, having a couple of glasses of wine with friends, and then going back for Netflix and chill? Is that a better life? I don't know. It's certainly a safer life, isn't it? I mean, for those of you with kids, I don't think any of us would want our kids getting up to the things that we did. Or am I just a naughty person? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in the next one. I'll be back in Lanzarote very soon. I'm going to go and get warm somewhere. I'm bloody freezing.